Good morning. Wednesday, February 9th, 2022, Canar Zone, Vista, California. Continuing to discuss Baseball Hall of Famers on my YouTube channel, episode 341. I'm going to keep going. There's so much to talk about. Hall of Famers. I've been dealing with metric rankings. What do I mean? I have 9 categories for baseball players that they can perform. And they have accumulated their career stats in each categories: hits, runs scored, runs batted in, batting average, stolen bases, base on balls, on base percentage, slugging percentage, and total bases. What I've decided to do was to add up all 9 categories as one total score. My first episode on this was episode 339, Metric Rankings. I took the top 20 players. Henry Aaron came out on top. I'll just give you an example. He had 3,771 hits, 2,174 runs scored, 2,297 RBIs, 305 batting average, 240 stolen bases, 1,402 walks, 374 on base, 555 slugging, and 6,856 total bases. That gave him a score of 17,984. He's number one out of all the 162 position Hall of Fame players as far as total score in those 9 categories, all added up as one. So I went through 1 through 20 in my first episode on the metric rankings. Aaron, Cobb, Ruth, Musial, Mays, Rose, Yastrzemski, Henderson, Speaker, Frank Robinson, Eddie Murray, Lou Gehrig, Mel Ott, Ted Williams, Honus Wagner, Cap Hansen, Dave Winfield, Ken Griffey, Derek Jeter, Jimmy Fox. Those are the top 20 by adding up the 9 categories and their total scores. Second episode on metric rankings was 21 through 40. I did Eddie Collins, Paul Molitor, Ripken, Brett, Kaline, Chipper Jones, Craig Biggio, Reggie Jackson, Roger Hornsby, Jim Thome, Mickey Mantle, Robin Yount, Frank Thomas, Paul Wainer, Joe Morgan, Al Simmons, Nap Lajoie, Charlie Gehringer, Harold Baines, Mike Schmidt. Those are the top 40. This episode, episode 341, I'm going to do 41 through 60. Now, in my previous episodes, I listed all their accomplishments as far as hits, runs, RBI. I listed all the numbers. I realize that takes a while. That's a lot of numbers. So I'm just going to give the score for the rest of these players. If you want to look up their career stats, I will tell you that the top 20, the reason why they're there is because they had a lot of hits, runs, and RBIs. Excuse me. And total bases. That was the reason why they're in the top 20. Aaron, 3,700 hits, 2,100 runs, 2,200 RBIs. Excuse me. Cobb, same thing, 4,000 hits, 2,200 runs, 1,900 RBIs. That's why he's number 2. Ruth, 2,800 hits, 2,100 RBIs, 2,100 runs, and then 2,200 RBIs. These guys, they accumulated numbers off the chart. Their total bases: Aaron, 6,000, Ty Cobb, 6,000, Ruth, close to 6,000. That's why they're in the top 20, and the rest of the guys. But when you start getting to number 41, they don't have as many hits and total bases, so that's why they rank. And as I go through the whole 162 players, you'll see. The reason why they're there is because maybe they didn't play long enough or they didn't accumulate enough total bases and runs and RBIs. So I'm not going to give all those numbers. My previous 2 episodes, I did point out all the numbers. Okay? So if you want to know the numbers, you can look up their career stats. 41 is Andrew Dawson. He came in at 12,512 total score. 42, Goose Goslin, 12,482. 43, Billy Williams, 12,473. 44, Sam Crawford, 12,453. 45, Jeff Bagwell, 12,421. 46, Jake Beckley, 12,318. 47, Eddie Matthews, 12,294. 48, Tony Perez, 12,245. 49, Wade Boggs, 12,223. 50, Tony Gwynn, 12,215. So the top 50. Now remember, Aaron is 17,984. And Gwynn, 12,215. A difference of about 5,000 in total score. 51, Tim Raines, 12,169. 52, Ernie Banks, 12,147. 53, Roberto Clemente, 12,078. 54, Rod Carew, 12,011. 55, Roberto Alomar, 12,004. 56, Ed Delante, 11,917. 57, Jesse Burkett, 11,898. 58, George Davis, 11,868. 59, Frankie Frisch, 11,837. And number 60, Harmon Killebrew, 11,814. These are the top 60 as far as metric rankings, according to total score in 9 categories. What do you think of these players? Still got 102 to go. But I'm listing all the Hall of Fame players and their total score in 9 categories of hits, runs scored, runs batted in, batting average, stolen bases, walks, on-base percentage, slugging, and total bases. The top 60. Let me just mention them again so you can follow along and be impressed with certain players in the Hall of Fame outperformed other players. And their career stats prove it. Now, are these the top 60 baseball players of all time? That is debatable. 1, Aaron. Then you have Cobb, Ruth, Musial, Mays, Rose, Yastrzemski, Henderson, Speaker, Frank Robinson. Top 10. 11, Murray, Gehrig, Ott, Williams, Ted Williams, Honus Wagner, Hanson, Winfield, Griffey, Jeter, Fox. Top 20. 21, Eddie Collins, Molitor, Ripken, Brett, Kaline, Chipper Jones, Biggio, Jackson, Reggie Jackson, Hornsby, Tomey. Top 30. Then you have Mantle, Yount, Thomas, Paul Wainer, Morgan, Simmons, Al Simmons, Lajoie, Gehringer, Baines, Schmidt. Top 40. Then you have Dawson, Goslin, Billy Williams, Crawford, Bagwell, Beckley, Matthews, Perez, Boggs, Gwynn. Top 50. Then you have Raines, Banks, Clemente, Carew, Alomar, Delente, Burkett, Davis, Frisch, and Killebrew, top 60. All right, that covers this episode. We did 41 through 60. Next episode will be 61 through 80. Thanks for watching. I'm out.